Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel where I talk about various topics in finance. My name is Michael Dwan and today I'm going to talk about cashback credit cards. These are the first cards you want to consider for when you're starting to build credit, you don't have a lot of credit history, and you don't have a lot of money to spend. This video is aimed to help you learn more about credit cards, improve your credit score, build good credit history, and spend minimal amounts of money when using credit cards. Doing all of this in a strategic manner is important because having the right credit cards and using them wisely can help you improve your credit score, get better interest rates for when you need to borrow money, and save a lot of money in the long run. Now, all of the credit cards mentioned do not have an annual fee. This is very important because you want to be using your credit cards and saving money rather than using your credit cards paying upfront just to use them for any perks or bonuses. Now, let's move onward with the video. The first credit card I would recommend to get is the Citi Double Cashback credit card. It's great for general use, and how it works is that you get 1% back for when you make a purchase and then another 1% back for when you pay off your credit card. This is a great 2% cashback credit card that you can use for any part of your spending. There's no annual fee, and it's just a great card to have for when you don't have any other credit cards to gain more cashback. In addition, they also have an introductory balance transfer of 0% APR for the first 18 months. So basically, if you have a lot of credit card debt, you can move a lot of that credit card debt onto this card and not pay any interest on that debt for about 18 months. There are other credit cards that you can also use that are similar to the Citi Double Cashback card. For example, there is the PayPal Cashback MasterCard. Essentially, you get 2% cashback on everyday purchases, and the Fidelity has a cashback credit card by Visa, which is also 2%. The only downsides to the PayPal and the Fidelity credit cards is that you need to have a PayPal account or a Fidelity account to redeem your cashback, and it only goes into these accounts. So for PayPal, you'd have to redeem the rewards through PayPal, and for Fidelity, you'd have to redeem the cashback rewards through Fidelity. For Citi, on the other hand, you don't have to necessarily redeem the rewards through Citi itself. You can take the amount of rewards that you earned at the end of each pay period and put it either right back into your bank account or use that cashback that you earned through the statement balance. So generally, for 2% cashback, I would recommend the Citi Double Cashback credit card because although the other two are pretty similar, there is a longer process for you to take in order to gain back your cash back. Now, the next card that I recommend would be the Discover It cashback credit card. It is very easy to apply, so if you're very new to the credit card game, this is one that I would definitely recommend for you to apply for. It has a 5% rotating category per quarter. So basically, every quarter for about 3 months, they give you cash back for different places such as grocery stores, restaurants, gas, and ride shares. And you have a cap of $1,500 to spend within those categories in order to get the 5% cash back. So essentially, every quarter, if you do the math for that, you would gain $75 in cash back if you hit that $1,500 spending. And again, it is really easy to apply, and for your first year, they do a cashback match, which essentially means that each rotating category is giving you 10% cash back for your first year of using that card. So let's say in the first year, you were able to hit all the caps for the 5% cash back. That would mean in the next following year, Discover will match your overall cash back and double it. So ideally, in the first year, you would hit a spending of, I believe, $300, and in that second year for holding the card, Discover will give you another $300. So essentially you're making about $600 for just having the card. In addition, the Discover It cashback credit card also has a rewards program for students. Essentially, if you're a student and you, I believe, maintain about a 3.0 GPA, they will give you additional money just for being a good student. And when I was using this back when I was in college, they didn't ask for GPA verification. So that's kind of a little sketch, but you can just call them on the line and then just tell them that you're a student and that you were able to maintain a 3.0 GPA, and you can gain some quick cash back that way. There is one downside to Discover, and it is that it's not all accepted by merchants everywhere like Visa and MasterCard are. So there are some places where you might get declined, so that's something that you'd have to look out for. But overall, this is definitely one of the easiest and most effective ways to get cash back is through the Discover It cashback card. In addition, I'll also leave a link down below to the 5% cashback calendar so that you can see which categories are gaining the 5% cashback for this specific quarter. Now, the next credit card that I want to talk about is the Chase Freedom credit card. This credit card works very similar to the Discover It cashback credit card, where it also has a 5% rotating categories per quarter. And now, if you're new to the credit card game, if you apply for the Chase Freedom credit card and you spend $500 on your first 3 months from opening the Chase Freedom account, you get an instant cash back of $200, and it is directly applied to your Chase account. In addition, they do have a 5% rotating category, just like I mentioned with the Discover It credit card, and you basically gain 5% cash back on specific categories such as gas, groceries, or department stores. And the great thing about the cash back is that they don't expire, and through Chase's portal you can actually redeem those Chase points that you get for even higher perks. I'll probably do a video on that process in another video, but just for a strictly cashback perspective, getting 5% cash back on all your purchases is essentially having the ability to purchase your items at a 5% discount. Now, the fourth card that I would recommend for anyone to get would be the US Bank Cashback Plus credit card. This one is pretty similar to the Chase Freedom credit card and the Discover It cashback credit card, in which you have 5% cash back on 2 categories that you choose per quarter. The only difference is that for this credit card, you have a spending limit of about $2,000 instead of $1,500 like the other two. So you do get more cash back using this card. In addition to that, as a sign-up bonus, you earn $150 for the first $500 that you spend in the first 90 days that you open the account. And all this comes to you with no annual fee. The only downside to this is that you do have to actively go in and select the categories for the 5% cash back that you are spending on for the quarter. And as you can see down here, you get 2% cash back on stuff like gas, groceries, and restaurants, and 1% cash back on pretty much everything else with the US Bank Cash Plus credit card. Even on their website, they have a comparison chart of the US Cashback Plus, the Discover It, and the Chase Freedom card. And then you can take a look at this for yourselves. But as you can see, they all don't have a annual fee for usage, so that's super beneficial. And they are pretty easy to redeem with no minimums required. So these would be the 3 main credit cards that I would suggest anyone to pick up first. It would be the US Cash Plus credit card, the Discover It credit card, and the Chase Freedom credit card, because the all can be used in unison together to get back the most amount of cash back per quarter for your spending habits. So let's say you can use the US Cash Plus credit card for your telephone services. You can use the Discover It credit card on restaurants, and then the Chase Freedom credit card for your gas purchase. The next credit card that I would like to talk about is the Dux Unlimited Cashback credit card. This credit card is pretty good for using when you mainly purchase either gas or you go to sports goods stores. This is pretty much a catch-all for gas and sports goods. So if any of the previous cards aren't offering cash back on gas or sports goods, then this is the go-to card that I would use to gain the most amount of cash back possible for gas and sporting goods. Now, the next credit cards aren't ones that I would recommend right away for first-time users. Instead, these are credit cards that I would recommend if you frequently do your spending at these specific locations, because they do offer decent cash back for shopping at specific locations, as well as offer cash back in other categories. So the first one I would recommend would be the Amazon Prime Rewards Cashback credit card. You get 5% cashback on Amazon and Whole Foods, 2% cashback on restaurants, gas stations, and drugstores, 1% cashback on all other purchases. And if you sign up for this credit card, you get a $100 Amazon gift card just for signing up. The next one that I would recommend would be the Target Red credit card. You get 5% instant discounts on Target purchases either online or in store. Next, I would recommend the Walmart Rewards Capital One Cashback credit card. You get 5% cashback on purchases from Walmart.com, the Walmart app, or Walmart groceries. Then you get 2% cashback on Walmart in-store purchases, 2% cashback on Murphy USA fuel stations, 2% cashback on restaurants, and 2% on travel. Lastly, you would get 1% cashback on all other purchases. The next card that I would recommend would be the Sam's Club Cashback credit card. You do have to be a member in order to use this credit card, but when you do sign up, you get a $45 credit statement when you spend a certain amount, and it's pretty easy to do. You get 5% cash back on gas for the first $6,000 of the year, and then you get 3% cash back on dining and travel, 1% cash back on all other purchases. There are 0 annual fees, and then there are 0 transaction fees as well. And lastly, if you shop at Costco and you're a member, you can apply for the Citi Costco card. You get 4% cash back on gas, 3% cash back on dining and travel, 2% cash back on Costco purchases, and then 1% cash back on all other purchases. Now, with all the credit cards I've mentioned before, you should use your credit card and pay off the balance in full by the time the statement balance is due, so that you aren't incurring any interest on that balance that you owe, as well as not being penalized for any late payments. Now, you might be asking, how exactly do you apply for these credit cards? Well, as I previously shown, you can go to their website directly and hit the Apply Now button and fill up an application and try and get the credit cards that way. Also, you can use this information right here. I'll link it down below. Basically, using the information here, if you scroll down, you can first try to get pre-approved for the credit card that you're trying to get. Essentially, major credit card companies will allow you to apply for the credit cards by mail. They'll basically have your information on file, and they'll send you an invitation to apply for one of their credit cards, and generally you will be approved for that credit card. However, before you go out and apply for any credit cards, I recommend that you try and figure out what your credit score is. If this is your first time applying for a credit card, then you probably won't have a credit score. Instead, what you should do is you should be able to give the banks information about your financial situation. For example, your income, your proof of residency. Then the next thing that you can do, as recommended by this article, is that you should compare the credit cards that you're looking to apply for For this specific video, we're looking at the maximum cash back for your purchases. From there, what you do afterwards is you go for the credit cards that you want and you fill out an application. And generally, you'll have instant information on whether or not you are approved or denied for that credit card. Sometimes it might take a little bit longer depending on which credit card that you're applying for, but it shouldn't take any more than about a week or two. And this article has information on what you need for applying for a credit card application: your name, your mailing, your social security number, your phone number, financial information like I said before. And that's pretty much it. You can look at these recommendations here based on this website, figure out which credit cards to apply for, but I figure that the ones that I suggested in this video probably outweigh whatever is on here. And well, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video on learning about which credit cards to apply for if you're a first-time credit card user. Let me know down in the comments below which credit cards are you looking forward to applying for, and give me feedback on how you thought this video turned out. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. I greatly appreciate all the viewers who watched till the end, and it would be great if you could leave a comment down below and hit the like button if you enjoyed these videos. And if this video and all my other videos were to your liking, then subscribe to this channel where you can learn more about personal finance through topics such as the stock market, credit cards, and making money. I'll post a link to the article as well as affiliate links if you're interested in using them. Thank you again, and I hope to speak to you all again very soon.